Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel, and today in Division 2 we're going to be checking out Cassie Mendoza. She is the secret vendor in the Division 2, and if you have never located her, you have to first find the snitch and do his bounty, and I will be showing you how to do that after we check out the loot and all that fun stuff. And we are just going to look at the important stuff, the things that I think you should pick up today that are necessary, and there are a couple nice items, so let's get into that. But before we get started, if you enjoy what I do here, please hit that subscribe, that like, hit that notification bell. It all helps me so much, helps me keep doing this content. But let's get into that loot. Alright, the first thing we have is the Surge. Now this is a great skill build rifle, especially certain builds that you can't really make the capacitor in sync work. This really comes in and adds that extra 25% skill damage for 15 seconds. It's very easy if you're a new player too. If you're really just getting into skill builds, you just have to hit a headshot every 15 seconds and then you can worry about your skills until you get used to the type of rotation that skill builds offer. The next thing we have is a God Roll Contractor's Glove. Well, you just have to re-roll to critical hit damage or optimize it. You also might want to pick up 2 or 3 pairs, as I did. I cleared out my bank this morning because I'm going to be rolling the weapon damage to armor for my PvP set, as well as re-rolling critical hit damage to handling and a couple different stats, headshot damage, just so I have that for my different sniper builds and every build that I want, so I don't have to worry about coming back and re-rolling certain things. Now we also have the shield splinter. If you did your hunter quest in DC, this is going to show up every week. As you can see, it's not that great of a roll and ideally not that great of a weapon since it is the F2000 and we are losing 1 mod, but all in all, not a bad weapon if you can get a good. Now that's all we have for Cassie that is worth buying, worth optimizing, but I am going to be showing you a few locations to find Snitch after this if you have not located him yet, as well as that if you are looking for other videos. I do build videos, tutorials. I also cover Division 2 news, and there is a lot new Division 2 news coming up this week, so stick around. Go ahead and check out my channel, and thanks again for watching. To get to Cassie Mendoza and get her sweet goods, we need to find the snitch, aka Jared Nash, and he's randomly about the map in different places, but he always has the same spawn location, so he'll always be in the same places, but he's just going to be in different places. There's different maps and stuff you can find throughout the internet and online through Reddit and stuff like that, but they really don't help. There's a few spots where we can always find him, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The best spots where I always find him, I went through about 50, 60 different locations where I seen online where people, oh, he's always here. No, he's never here, and the map doesn't help. They said that there'll be activities throughout the map and it will disappear when you get close to him, but it's not that easy because you can only see the question marks above his head when you're like 20, 30 feet away from him. But we're going to find him, and it's not going to be that hard. And the trickiest part is going to be to complete his bounty that he drops. So let's get started and show you where he's at, guys. All right, guys. First place we're going to stop by and try to find the snitch at is at the Truman Safe House. It's in Foggy Bottom, and we're going to be looking for him right next to a little lockbox directly across the street, directly to the west. You can see right where I marked it. So if you have not unlocked that or have not found it yet in the world, it's not going to show up. So just click on the map there and just start walking there. It's really easy to find. There'll be a couple trucks around the area, as you'll see. All right, once you run up the hill, it'll be right on our left. You'll see the lockbox, and you can just usually shoot up the fence. I usually come here first every time because it's new day, refresh, get free loot. Maybe I get something, but usually never get anything else. And Jared Nash, or the snitch, he'll be right behind there, right behind this truck. As you can see, you got to be really close to see him, guys. He won't even pop up unless you're like 20 feet away from him. And there he is. Luckily, we got him right when we headed to the Truman house, and we're going to accept his bounty. Once you complete that bounty, we'll be able to find Cassie, but I'm going to go into more detail in a sec. We're going to go into a couple other locations. Okay, the next location is going to be the Lincoln Memorial, and we're going to just fast travel straight to that spawn point. And as soon as we get there, we're just going to turn around, and we're just going to start running down, heading towards the Washington Monument. Just heading down there, we're going to hug the right side. We're going to see like a little forest, a group of trees, and we're just going to keep running. Usually he's not here, but every once in a while he will be. One thing to note is if he's in combat or there's any like fighting NPCs fighting with each other around the map, we're not going to be able to find him. But today he was here. Usually when there's nobody here, he'll always be here. But if there's just one NPC, just one dude hanging out, he gets skittish and he runs away. I think it's just part of it. If there's any combat, he just won't spawn in. I don't know why it is, but let's move on to the next spot. All right, our third spot is going to be over in DZ East. We're not going to actually go in the DZ. We're just going to go to the checkpoint, and the checkpoint is called Charlie Checkpoint. It's the northernmost one up top. You'll be able to find it, and we're just going to leave and head out the door, and we're just going to start heading directly to our right, and you're going to see some ladders up on the side of the building. Yep, right up there, and we're going to climb up. And he's going to be up inside these office buildings. Usually would probably be able to see him right now if he was there, but I don't think he is there this time. So hopefully he's there next time, but I usually don't find him here, but every once in a while you get lucky and it's a really close spot. All right, guys, we are on the final spot, and this is probably the best spot to find the snitch any time of the week. If you come here Tuesday, right when the servers reset, I almost find him here every single time. Sometimes I'll just log out and come back to this spot, and it's really easy to find him. So we are heading to 1040 Safe House, and we are going to be going out the southeast exit today. And it's really hard to miss. This guy's really easy to find and almost there probably 90% of the time. I'd say 9 out of 10 times I come to look for him, he is here. So I would always check here. I just like to check the Truman house just because, you know, there's always loot. So we're just going to head out of the southeast exit and just run straight ahead, going down this windy little path, and we're going to end up taking our left. I ended up taking a little detour because I have tunnel vision and I can't stay on track at all. So we'll head back, but when we go down that path, we're just going to head left, and we're just going to go straight ahead, and we're going to take our very next left, and you'll just see a little gate, and you'll run through, and we're going to run through all the way to the end, and eventually you'll see that little green triangle over his head, and he's back here, and there's a weapon box that you can open too, and you'll see him there, and we're just going to accept his bounty, and we're going to grab it. If you already did the bounty, great. And you just got to go and head over to Cassie.